Welcome to UAS News Network, bringing you the latest updates from around the world. Today, we delve into a critical development in Russia's economic landscape. As reported by UAS News Network, President Vladimir Putin has made significant promises to African nations amidst Russia's ongoing financial crisis. Cut to footage of Putin's speech. In a recent speech, President Putin vowed to offer grain supplies and debt write-offs to Africa, seeking to strengthen alliances and secure new economic partners amid mounting challenges back home. Transition. Text on screen. Russia's economic crisis. Russia has been grappling with a severe economic crisis, and President Putin's move to turn towards Africa signals a strategic shift in Russia's foreign policy. Cut to map of Africa. Africa, with its vast natural resources and emerging economies, presents a potential lifeline for Russia's economic recovery. Transition. Text on screen. The significance of grain supplies. Let's explore the significance of Russia's promise to provide grain supplies to African countries. Cut to grain fields. As Russia faces food shortages due to the economic downturn, exporting grains to Africa not only helps the Russian agriculture sector but also strengthens diplomatic ties. Cut to African farmers. African nations, in turn, benefit from increased food security, potentially reducing their reliance on expensive imports. Transition. Text on screen. Debt write-off for African allies. Now, let's take a closer look at Russia's offer of debt write-offs to African allies. Cut to diplomatic meeting. Debt write-offs can provide much-needed relief to struggling African economies, allowing them to invest in critical sectors and spur economic growth. Cut to African leaders shaking hands with Putin. For Russia, this gesture can foster stronger diplomatic relationships and create a favorable image in the eyes of African leaders. Transition. Text on screen. Geopolitical implications. However, these moves also have geopolitical implications that need to be considered. Russia's pivot towards Africa could raise concerns among other global powers, potentially reshaping existing geopolitical dynamics. Foreign leaders and experts are closely monitoring these developments, assessing how Russia's moves might impact their own interests in the region. President Putin's promises of grain supplies and debt write-offs to Africa represent a significant shift in Russia's foreign policy. As the situation unfolds, the world watches with keen interest to see how these decisions will shape the global economic landscape. Thank you for joining us on UAS News Network. Stay tuned for more updates on this evolving story and other critical news from around the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications.